I'm Bun Bun. Nice to meet you. And I know why you're here. I know why you're here. You saw that thumbnail. You saw my hair was just that day. And you want to know how I did it. And I'm here to tell you. But we're gonna have to chat first before we get there. We're gonna have to accept some realities. So let's do that. So the first reality is I am 4B, 4C type texture hair, I guess. You know, I don't know if the natural hair system is still following that typing system or if they've moved on or whatever. That's the one that I know is I have the kinkiest, curliest texture. It's very tight in the back and it's a little looser in the front. It's not giving type 3 hair, you know, like the wavy hair. It's not giving that. It's not giving it's not giving this at all up front. No, obviously, right? But it's just a taste looser up front than it is in the back. So what does that mean? Well, that means that our hair, you know, it's very soft and feels like a cloud and you just can't keep your fingers out of it because it's so luxurious. It shrinks. Yeah, your hair's gonna shrink. It is. Sorry, babes. It will. So, on the other side of this, after I show you how I did my process, you cannot expect your hair type, if it is like mine, if you are type 4 natural girl, you can't expect your curls to come out looking like Shirley Temple on the other side of this, all right? Okay. You cannot expect your hair to not shrink up, okay? All right. It's just we've got to accept what is and what ain't, okay? An airbender is gonna airbend. An airbender is not going to earthbend, right? A waterbender is a waterbender, period. They're not gonna turn around and start firebending, right? All right, so if you're an Avatar fan and you understood that analogy, drop that down in the comments. I need to know where gang is. I need to know where gang is, okay? Let's go ahead and get like a good look at my texture. Now, okay, so to be fair, this is an old wash and go. I washed my hair last week, last Friday. Today's Friday again, so it's been a whole 7 days, right? And I haven't refreshed it with the gel and everything to bring it back. I've just been living in it all week. So I refresh it as far as moisturizing it daily and whatnot, but as far as like doing the gel and getting the process back, haven't done that. So you're still seeing the remnants of it 7 days later. But I mean, I'm still cute. You really can't tell me anything. I mean, at this point, babe, my hair is so thick. Look at it. You see it. Okay, so this is the texture. Let me zoom you in. Come here. Yeah. So this is the texture, right? If you see any flakes, mind your business. Okay, so this is the texture. You can kind of see some definition still, just a little bit. You see like my little curly cues? Can you see all of that? Does that even work? Right. As you can see that as time passes, my hair, the clumps get less defined. They get back more into their ziggy-zaggy lifestyle as they do, which is fine. It's still a very, very cute style. So, I mean, that's me. You can definitely accessorize it or whatnot. And it's the easiest style to deal with. I mean, truly is. So, the next question is, well, how do you preserve it? Right? Well, this is what I did. And it's definitely giving, you know, don't be a menace. And it worked. It did. But as you may note, it's not like wildly comfortable to sleep in. So you kind of have to account for that. I would think using the bigger soft scrunchies like that kind of helps a little bit. There's not a bunch of tension. I pulled it down off of my roots to hopefully help the styles stay just a little bit more stretched. Did it actually make the difference? Not really. So I put it in the little don't be a menace style, right? And I put my bonnet on over it and slept that way. The pros of that is that my hair was already sectioned off, so that when I did take it down in the morning and I had like this section over here, I could just spray, bring it back and whatnot, and then that was done. And then I'd grab the next section and the next section, so it wasn't all just like one big thing, right? But then I probably did that for like 2 nights, and then on the 3rd night I was over it, so I just put my bonnet on and I didn't section it off with the little ponytail holder things, scrunchies. And when I redid it the next morning, the results were pretty similar. Now, mind you, it was day 3, so it was starting to get a little less defined, a little bit more frizzy because I've been living in it, I've been sleeping in it, and then of course when you re-moisturize it, you're manipulating it, which is more opportunities for frizz to form, right? So that's the thing with day 3. But it was still fine. Day 3 might be a good day. Gosh, I cannot speak today! Day 3 might be a good day for you to refresh the style. The gel that I used, that was probably about the limit, right? It's not a super hold, it's a very, very, very soft hold, actually. And it didn't flake, it didn't form like a crust or whatever. It's a little harder day 1, like a little firmer day 1, but by day 2 and stuff, it's loosened up and it's firmed up, and now we're here. So you see, the flakes that you do see in my hair, if you saw any, was from my psoriasis. I do have psoriasis. You can kind of see up in here. So that's basically what it's from. It is not from the gel whatsoever, which is incredibly impressive. So for everything that you may feel about having a bunch of gel in your hair, this one, she's not like the other girls. She's not like the other girls. Now this is non-sponsored, so there's that, but I'm just letting you know what I used, because that sometimes the gel really do be the thing that makes the difference, and that's like the only thing in the regimen I think makes a difference. Usually product don't really be one way too much for me, like the holy grail or not, whatever, but the gel, it actually might make the difference in this one. So I used Camille Rose Curl Maker, and it's marshmallow and agave leaf extract. So it's a sweet defining jelly enriched with smoothing marshmallow and agave extracts. Now for the most part, the ingredients on these are natural. Now when you get down towards the bottom and the end of it, it starts getting to like the words that I don't too much know, but I'm assuming those are preservatives, and which is great for me because I've tried making my own flaxseed gel before. It went terribly, it went horribly. I absolutely don't recommend it for me again. And I'm a DIY girl. I'll DIY the hell out of something. I am the DIY queen. But not in hair gel, not in hair gel. So I'm gonna let them do it. And I need them to preserve it, because if I'm paying for it, I need it to keep for a while. Now you do have to use a ghastly amount in your hair, which you would have had to anyway. Whatever you used, you would have had to use a ghastly amount, right? But 2 pumps per section is what I do for this, okay? 2 pumps on dripping wet hair. Let me read it to you. It reads, apply a generous amount to freshly washed and detangled hair, distributing evenly through sections from root to tip. Ensure the hair is wet while using this defining jelly to finger style. And then, you know, it says whatever else it says. But you need to use a generous amount on wet hair. That is key. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna wash my hair. I'm gonna have like just a regular wash day. So for me, Since I have psoriasis, that means that I will be starting out with my ACV vinegar solution that I'm just gonna have on my scalp, and I'm gonna sit like that for a little bit until I get up and rinse it out, right? So I'm gonna start off with that. And then I'm gonna just do a regular wash day, you know. I do a double wash where I wash my scalp. I use my the stripping one, like the kind of harsher one, just directly on my scalp, and then I use the less harsh one, a more moisturizing shampoo on the rest of my hair and my ends and stuff, right? You know, regular stuff. We all do it. And then I'm gonna do a hot oil treatment along with my deep conditioning treatment. So, you know, I get my oil on my scalp, I might dab a little bit on the ends, and then I put my deep conditioner in and, you know, cover it up with a shopping bag because I do not have disposable shower caps right now. So, you know, I gotta get through them shopping bags, right? Because you gotta pay for them now. So that's what I use to deep condition for real. I might come back in and let y'all see how that look. And then I sit like that for a little while under my heated bonnet dryer for a while, you know, just until I feel like getting up again. And then I rinse that out. And then I'm gonna grease my scalp. That's what I'll probably do that off camera too. So I'm gonna grease my scalp. Yes, I grease my scalp with Blue Magic. I sure do. I sure do. I took it back to the basics. Because back then, my scalp and my hair, fantastic. The moment I let her go, it wasn't quite the same. So we're back, and it really helps with my psoriasis, I think. Something about it keeps my scalp more moisturized, so it's less likely to flake, and I've just been having a really great time. As you can see, it's halfway gone. More than halfway. It's like 3/4. I've really been getting through it. That original one, it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. I don't have to use it. You don't have to use it. But as for me, again, non-sponsored. But as for me, okay, so remember when I said I was gonna come in here and show you guys what it looks like with a shopping bag as the bonnet, as the shower cap. It's just like this. I'm betting many of you do it too, because if you're like me, you have so many shopping bags that you keep for this reason. So yeah, so I do it for the ACV treatment, and then I do it again for the deep conditioning treatment. That's it, that's all. It's probably not even news to you, so, but for whoever needed it, for whoever it is news to, here you go. Okay, I'm back. My hair is washed and deep conditioned and detangled, and my scalp is moisturized and greased, and this is what my hair texture is giving. Come closer. Keep coming. Okay, so I don't know if you can quite see. Is that a good? Is the lighting gonna? Are we gonna? I don't know, but as you can see, it's afro textured hair, right? You see it? You see it? So I am definitely type 4. I am 4B, 4C, as I was telling you, and it's a little shorter back here than it is up here, or is it? This is what I was saying, that it's tighter back here, but it's still about the same length for real. So let's get into it. So what you're gonna do is section your hair off. So let's do that. As you're about to see, I'm putting my hair into 5 sections, making it more manageable to work with. Now that our hair is parted, we're going to go ahead and put our leave-in conditioner in. Doesn't matter what brand you're using, just make sure that you get it down first before using any gel products. So we're gonna go ahead and thoroughly work this through our hair. So I wet my hair first a little bit just to give it like a little bit of a base to hold on to. Then I put my leave-in in, and you're gonna really work her in. I mean, you're gonna saturate them strands and make sure that you really focus on the ends. Those are our elders and the oldest part of our hair. They're gonna need the most moisture. Then I detangle with my paddle brush and making sure that all the product is spread around evenly. And then finally, we are going to wet our hair. I mean, saturate, drip, drop. Now I'm gonna take my Camille Rose gel. I'm gonna get good in 2 pumps, and I'm gonna realize that I can't get the pumps while I'm actually holding it, so I'm doing that off camera. But as you can see, 2 pumps. 2 pumps. 1, 2. Now we're going to finger comb this through our hair. Make sure you pay attention to the ends because that's where it frizzes up first for me. So I really go ahead and spend a second down there so that I can hold on to the style a little bit longer. Now that that section is finished, take a clip and pin it back out of the way so that we can do the rest of our head. Now we're going to do a little bit of a sped up version for the front so that you can see it a bit better. We're going to start with our water, and then we're going to follow up with our leave-in and work that in really well. Make sure you get those elders. And then we're going to use our paddle brush to detangle and spread the product all through the hair strands, making sure it gets absolutely everyone. And then we're going to drench the hair with our water bottle, make sure that it's sopping wet, just dripping. And then we're going to grab our 2 pumps of gel, and we're going to finger comb that through. Make sure you focus on the area that frizzes up the most for you. For me, that'll be my edges and my ends. Alright, and we're back with the finished product. I'm taking all of my clips down because I pin everything out of the way, and now is a good time to go ahead and kind of get the shape together. And so if you shake your head, it can help your curls clump a little bit better and hopefully shake some of that excess water out. However, you do run the risk of making it a bit more frizzy. Now, as you can see, I have my hands in my hair a whole lot, so it's gonna add to some frizz. So the more you can keep your fingers out of your hair, the better it's gonna look, the longer it's gonna last. But I mean, you know how we are. We gotta primp, we gotta nitpick, we gotta do all of these things, so that's what I'm doing. And trying to get certain areas to fall a little bit further. My sides really like to shrivel up, so I try to pull them down. It don't help, but it makes me feel better. All right, you guys, and that's how you do it. That's how you get it. So when I got the camera off, it probably took about 15 to 20 minutes to do the other side. Well, I did the back side, the side, and then the bangs. So that was probably like 20 minutes or so. So it's a pretty quick style, all things considered, right? So it's not gonna be a wash and go. It's gonna be a wash and about 45 minutes later, then you can go. Now, my hair is very wet right now. Very wet. I'm not dripping, but it's wet. So I'm gonna let it air dry for a couple hours. I don't even know what time it is. It's probably like between 6 and 6:30 right now. So I'm gonna be up for a couple more hours. And then after that, if it's still damp, I'm gonna take my blow dryer with the diffuser tool, and I'm just gonna, you know, the different areas until it's more dry, because I don't want to go to bed with wet hair. Sucks. Yeah, so let's take a good look. Let's get some B-roll, shall we?